Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to dive into the mysterious world of resumes and understand why so many of the resumes get rejected by the application tracking system, which is the ATS. Now, if you have also wondered that you have applied for a lot of jobs and your resume has suddenly disappeared into a black hole, so this video is for you. What exactly is an ATS? Think of ATS just like a gatekeeper between you and your dream job. Now, ATS is used widely by companies for screening the resumes, for finding out the qualified candidates, for finding out different keywords in your resume. Now the question is, how do recruiters use ATS? So what recruiters do is they input the job description into the ATS system. ATS will do is it will filter out all the incoming resumes. One of those resume might be yours. So all of those resumes will be scanned to find out the different keywords that are there in your resume and then map it to the job description that was input by the HR. So basically ATS is using machine learning and NLP, which is natural language processing, for mapping out the different keywords, finding out that if this particular candidate, this particular resume matches the job description that is there, right, and accordingly it will help to fetch the best candidate for that particular job description, and then the further processes will happen. Now the question comes, how to make your resume ATS friendly? Now, we'll look at the steps one by one. The first point, reason why so many resumes are getting rejected is because of the keyword optimization that is there in place, right? So, for example, you're applying for a marketing job and the job description has some keywords like SEO or content marketing or content creation, digital marketing, etc. And now, for example, if these keywords are not there in your resume, it's more likely to get rejected, because it's important whatever keywords are there in the JD should be there, in different portions, in different parts of your resume. For example, it's there in your summary, it's there in your roles and responsibilities, it's there in your skills, but it should be there, right? Only then your resume will be filtered out for that particular position. The second important point is, when you have to make an ATS friendly resume, remember simplicity is key. Okay, now as much as using fancy text, using funky formatting options, using dots, using lines, and etc would look very fancy and would look very attractive to you, but in general, just remember that ATS is not any person. It's a system, it's a machine, so there's nothing to impress. Now I'll list all the formatting options one by one. The first one being, always use simple and clear language. Now using simple and clear language will make sure that it's not difficult for you to put everything in your resume, and plus it's easier for the ATS also to comprehend everything that you have put down. The second point is, whatever font size that you're using in your resume, make sure that it's it's 11 to 12 for the normal text, and you could use 14 to 16 for the headings. The font that you're using for your resume, you could make sure that it's more of the commonly used fonts. For example, Times New Roman is there, Arial, Calibri, Garamond. So all of these that are commonly used, you could use that in your resume for the ATS also to identify it better. The next point is that you're free to use bolds, italics, or bullets, but make sure the bullets that you're using, they are not those fancy kind of bullets. They are more of like either square or circular shape bullets. And the next point is that make sure whatever, like for example, you're mentioning your work experience in your resume, make sure that it's in the reverse chronological order. So your recent experience should come first and then followed by the previous past experiences. So just make sure that you're working like that in your resume. Next point is, avoid use of headers and footers. Reason being, because it will become difficult for the ATS to parse through your resume, and there are chances that your resume could get rejected in the first place. Next point is, do not use graphics, more of graphics, charts, or anything that you're using, because that might confuse the ATS system and it will not be able to parse through your resume. And the last point is, in your resume, always try to make it one page. Reason being, because these one page resumes are more likely, like twice more they have the chances of getting shortlisted rather than the people who have made it more than of one page. So make sure that your resume is one page. It's not that if you're making it more than one page, your resume won't be selected, but most of the recruiters, like some of the recruiters, have this filter in place that only one page resumes should be shortlisted. Another important aspect of making an ATS friendly resume is customization. A lot of people people, what they do is they will make one generic resume and they will send out this resume for all the different kinds of job applications. For example, consultant role, for a marketing role, for whatever role. So, because of that, there are high chances again that your resume will get rejected. So what you have to do is, like, you have to thoroughly read out the job description for that particular job and make sure that your resume tailors to all of those requirements that are there in the job description of that particular job. So always customize your resume according to the job requirements, and that is how you will increase your chances of getting shortlisted. The last and final point for making your resume ATS friendly is always proofread your resume. After you've made your resume, proofread it again, because there are high chances that you might have committed some punctuation, some grammatical, some spelling errors in the resume. And if ATS will pass through this resume which has so many errors, it will signal the ATS that this person is lacking attention to detail. So what you can do is you can ask either one of your friend or some mentor to proofread the resume for you, or if not that, you could use some online tools like Grammarly or Quillbot, which can signal that this is the error, and you can correct those errors in your resume. So proofreading your resume is always a better idea, because it will leave a good impression on the on the recruiter as well, that the resume was very polished and there were no errors. Now by this time, I think you would have got a good idea about what is ATS and what are the best practices to make an ATS friendly resume. Now if you need some help from some online tools, I will mention some free online tools that you could use to make your resume more ATS friendly. The first one being Skills Syncer. You could use Indeed Resume Builder, ResScore, Resume.com, Resume Worded, and JobScan. So all of these are free of cost. You could use them for making your resume more ATS friendly. I'll also give you a short demo how you can use these tools for making making your resume more ATS friendly. Now for example, you want to scan your resume on JobScan. You simply have to go to their website. On the left hand side, you need to paste your resume that you have framed, and on the right hand side, you have to paste the job description. Now you have to click on scan. After you click on scan, there will be a report that will be displayed, which will show what were the keywords in the job description which you have not mentioned, what were the different skills that were there in the job description you have not mentioned. It will also give you some recruiter tips, some formatting tips, etc., which you can use to refine your resume according to the that particular job description. I hope this video was useful for you. I will also be attaching a sample template for a resume that you can use for making your resumes. That is all for today's video.